It's based on a Māori girl called Waikirenga. She leaves her homelands and travels across the ocean because she has a broken heart and she wants to find her heart again. So from her life journeys, a wellness massage was created called Makoha, and from that there becomes links to how the Miri Miri was created. So Makoha has a couple of meanings. It means natural gift or natural cleansing as well, and it also means mako, the shark, and the heart is the breath and the energy that comes through in the Miri Miri. She has a broken heart and she wants to try and find her heart, so she decides to voyage across the ocean to look for that. So a waka is made from a felled forest tree, and it's blessed and thanked for her self-offering as a body of strength. And that would become Waikirenga's home for many days and nights. And she goes out. At the start, she's quite happy, you know, her mind and her body and her spirit all on a bit of a high and doing things that they'd never done before. So she's pretty happy. But after some time, her mind starts to play tricks on her and her body becomes really heavy and her spirit, her wairua, becomes lost. She doesn't know how to actually balance it, and she just actually wants to give up and die. She's lying on the bottom of her waka and she realises that she doesn't have any more strength to keep continuing. So her eyes are filling with tears, and it's just about on her last breath that she feels a huge bang on the side of the waka. And this bang, it shakes the waka and it actually frightens her. So she wants to jump up straight away, but her mind tells her just to stay down there and, you know, what do you think you're doing? Because it's scary out there. And her body's just too tired to lift anything up. But it's her wairua that steps in and says, Waikirenga, Waikirenga, be adventurous. So it's that strength that draws her to sit up in her waka. And she sits up in the waka and she leans over the waka and puts her fingers in the waka. That's her name. Waikirenga actually means hands run free in the water. That's what her name means. Yeah, so she puts her fingers in the water, and in that moment she's really unaware of what's happening, but her senses really heighten and her ears become really sharp, so she can hear the lapping of the water on the waka, which before she didn't because she was, you know, not really paying attention to her environment. And she can hear the seagulls out that are not far, and her body sort of has that extra strength to do the movement. And just in that little brief moment, she actually starts laughing because she just can feel everything. She feels really alive, but she doesn't realise that her mind, body and spirit have actually been woven together just in that moment. Which what she realises is that Mako, the shark, is actually circulating the waka, and that just brings her back to a sharp reality that, well, I better remain in the moment. Just that little sense of feeling alive, which was really good because that was the injection that gave her to think that, you know, there's hope for her. So what she had realised was that she needed her mind, body and spirit to actually connect with each other so she could move forward in her life. And it was like something or someone was watching over her or trying to get a message to her. And she puts it out there to the universe, and she says to the universe that if you bring me back to the whenua, which is the land, I promise to respect my mind, body and my wairua. Really, most people at some time in their life experience this emotional or physical or spiritual feeling of feeling lost or heavy or, you know, just not sure what direction to take in their life. The morale of the story is that even when you get lost, you're still learning, and sometimes you have to get lost before you find your path. So in regards to Waikirenga, she followed her heart across the ocean, so she had a plan of what she wanted to do, but while she was on that plan, she became really lost. And we do that in our modern lives today. We became really lost. We get disconnected from our mind, body and spirit. Firstly, a Makoha Miri Miri is a reflection of New Zealand's Māori culture with our beautiful natural flora. And it acknowledges the mind, body, and the wairua through the techniques. And one of these would be, for example, that if you're wanting a Makoha Miri Miri, I wouldn't tell you what you're going to expect on the journey, because then your mind is telling you, oh, yeah, I like this, I don't like that, or this is not going to be what I'm expecting, for example. And another one is for the wairua, Makoha does the sensory journey. So the wairua would tell your tinana, which is your body, what it's actually needing. So it might need to be detoxed, or it might need the rejuvenation, or may need just some clarity. Makoha Miri Miri is like removing heavy old jackets off the body while acknowledging the wairua.